Are you ready? This session begins now. Are you ready? This session begins now. Tap into the leadership mindset with USANA Chairman and CEO Kevin Guest. Here's your host, this session Chief Sales Officer now. David Mulham.
Good to be here with you from the other side of the world. I'm actually coming to you live from beautiful Bondi Beach in Sydney, Australia, to introduce this next session. You know, one of the hidden benefits of being at USANA is that I get to work with an incredible world-class team of executives, both within home office and around the world. But one person obviously stands out for us is our CEO and Chairman. You know, with guidance based on the strategy of vision, clarity and execution, Kevin Guest creates an atmosphere where we are able to perform at our very best at USANA, which not only ensures we are the healthiest family on earth, but that we do the right things for the right reasons with a focus on you. I think probably the thing that stands out the most for all of us, and you know, so many of you watching today and around the world have such a close friendship with Kevin. And the thing that stands out, of course, are the values that he lives by as a family man and as a leader in this great company. And we appreciate so much your leadership, Kevin, and what you bring to USANA and have for since day one. It's been phenomenal. So it's now my great pleasure to turn things over to a very dear friend to all of us and an extraordinary leader, our Chairman and CEO, Mr. Kevin Guest.
Thank you, David, and greetings to all of you. I'm grateful for technology that allows us to continue to communicate, share direction, and reach higher together. And I'm glad you're here. I have some very important items that have been on my mind recently, and I'm thrilled to share them with you. Oprah Winfrey inspired me when she said, "Surround yourself only with people who are going to take you higher." That inspires me because I found that statement to be true. As I think about my decades at USANA, I've been fortunate to surround myself with the best of the best. That single factor has made my hours better, my days better, and my life better. And in this quest to always become better, I've found that we are in a situation that we've never been in before. Since we last spoke, the world has changed for every single one of us. We seem to be at a point where if we don't balance and harmonize our own lives, we might implode and therefore be good for no one. So I come to you with a key message that I think is simple and direct. I want you to focus on self-care. Now, let me explain. We spend time and money keeping our cars good and in good shape. We tend to our children's needs, and we are always there for our friends. But what about being there for ourselves? What consistent care do we take for our bodies and for our minds? How do you invest in yourself? Because our health and well-being lie on our shoulders, I feel we must deliberately spend time, money, and a little bit of effort on ourselves. As I see it, this isn't being selfish, it's being smart. This helps keep our lives in balance. General Motors CEO Mary Barra said, "Everybody does a better job when they're able to balance." And she's exactly right. While there is a lot you can do to invest in yourself, here's a list of 8 tips that I put together. Number 1, take inventory of yourself. At the age of 20 in 1726, Benjamin Franklin, one of America's founding fathers, made a commitment to live according to his moral virtues. To accomplish his lofty goal, he identified 12 virtues around which to align his life. Then he wrote a short statement clarifying the meaning of each virtue so he could easily remind himself of exactly what it meant. Doing a similar exercise, even if you uncover only 3 or 4 values, can set your life on a course that brings untold benefits. I encourage each of you to give that some thought. I want you to make a list of virtues to build your own life around, things that will define you, things that will tell the world who you are, things that will inspire you and what you want to become. Number 2, soothe your mind, body, and life. Ask yourself, what interests you? What brings you harmony? Is it a class on cultures, basket weaving, painting, golf, or something else? For me, it's grabbing a guitar and losing myself in music. Music is medicine for my soul. Figure out what would enrich your life this month. Identify what would do the most for you to soothe your mind, body, and then go for it. Like I wrote in my book, my grandpa would say, when you know what you want, you need to go, baby, go. Number 3, forgive others. As odd as it sounds, forgiving others has a powerfully soothing effect on your physical and emotional health. It frees your mind from negative thoughts and allows you to make more progress in your life. On the other hand, holding on to negative feelings towards others only steals time from yourself. And we don't have time to waste, do we? In today's world, it could be easy to hold on to resentful feelings about anyone or anything. But I've found that when we combine forgiveness with a big dose of gratitude for everything we have, it brings balance and harmony. Number 4, spend quality time alone. No doubt, spending time with others is important, but I've found it's vital to spend time alone also. I think you'll agree that once in a while, we all need to get away and be alone. Each person, of course, can figure just how much time works for them. But when we get into that kind of a setting, it gives us time to think and to figure things out. During those times of solitude, I've found we begin to reconnect with ourselves, which is like a reset button on our day. Number 5, immerse yourself in nature. I was born and raised in the natural beauty of Montana, with mountains and forests all around me. In fact, our backyard emptied into a beautiful lake, and I learned firsthand that spending time in nature is a healing energy. It is obvious that we are natural beings, and if we really focus on natural settings, we can almost feel ourselves uniting with nature. I have found a walk in the woods, time near lakes, rivers, and parks, or even escaping to the mountains, all enrich our soul and help us bring back balance and harmony in our lives. My favorite saying I have is, listen to the wisdom of trees. For trees know you can be still and grow at the same time. I don't know how it happens, but when I have totally immersed myself in the outdoors, I have felt nature's majesty in its calmness. Number 6, slow down your mind. This is one of the most important self-care practices and probably the most difficult for me. I especially want you to do this so you can sleep fully each night. Deep sleep helps your mind sort through the items of the day, repairing the body and recharging you for the next day. I want you to consider setting up a regular schedule for sleeping and sticking to it for 1 month. From my personal experience, I know it's not too hard to convince yourself of the importance of sleep. All you have to do is skip one night to experience the powerful impact of sleep on your health. Number 7, breathe. Conquer anxiety with the 4x4 breathing technique I use. Imagine a square with each side representing 4 counts. Then follow the lines of the square and breathe in for 4 counts. So, hold your breath for 4 counts. Exhale for 4 counts. And hold that out for 4 counts. When I've gone around the square 4 times like this, I found that my heart slows, more oxygen reaches my brain, and I can think more clearly. Simply put, breathing works. Number 8, read more books. You know I love reading books. So while you're slowing down and spending quality time alone, I encourage you to read something that you can get lost in. I like the quote, "Successful people have libraries, the rest have big screen TVs." My life is much more enriched and balanced in harmony because I read all the time. So how do we live with a growing mindset? I'm often asked what I'm reading currently. One of my latest books is Mindset, The New Psychology of Success by Carol Dweck. From her book, I have gained a deeper understanding of the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. I'll let you identify the effects of a fixed mindset from the book, but I want to share with you the exciting opportunities that come by living with a growth mindset. Those with a growth mindset know everyone can change, grow, and progress through efforts, application, and experience. The growth mindset creates a passion for learning and achievement. They know that failure doesn't define them. Rather, it's only a temporary challenge to be dealt with and learned from. The hallmark of people with a growth mindset is their passion for stretching and pushing themselves and for sticking to their goals, especially when things are not going well and they have to persist through very challenging times, which we all face now and then. I've seen that those with the growth mindset are very much aware that it takes time for potential to develop and blossom. In business, the most successful managers and leaders are not larger than life, charismatic types who ooze and boast of their talent. Well, even if they really think they have that talent. Well, I've seen that successful managers are people who constantly learn, ask questions, and are not afraid to confront the most brutal answers. They have no problem with looking failure in the eyes because they know it will help them succeed in the end. Fixed mindset people are very dangerous because they love to be controlling and abusive in order to feel their superiority and force everybody into their fixed mindset. On the other hand, real leaders with growth mindsets see their business as a vehicle of growth and learning for themselves, their teams, and business as a whole. They put listening, sharing the credit, and nurturing the others as a top priority. I want each of us to have a growth mindset and reap the benefits that come from that. Now, you've heard me say it before, but relationships rule. I've said it over and over that relationships are key to success because I truly believe that. I've seen the effects of valuing relationships over and over again through the years. Even a Harvard study of adult development concluded the only thing that really matters in life are your relationships with other people. Now, I know that every relationship demands effort to keep it on the right track. There are times when some tension is present. These can be the very forces that hold us together or tear us apart. But maintaining uplifting relationships is part of good self-care. Solid relationships with those around us provide balance to keep us firing on all cylinders. That is important for us all. That's important for me. I need each of us to fire on all cylinders. That will bring more satisfaction as we accomplish our goals. So if you're feeling down and out, give extra attention to your self-care by improving each relationship and doing the things I have shared with you. You deserve the rewards that will bring. I'll say it again, you deserve it. And I want you to take care of yourself. Each decision matters. As unbelievable as it sounds, one study suggests that we make over 30,000 decisions a day. And each choice, no matter how large or small, has consequences we don't often anticipate. Without even knowing it, Our decisions are often woven together over time like threads in a blanket that make up the quality of our lives and the nature of our character. You've heard me say that when I was young, I lived music down to my bones, and harmonies played through my head constantly. More than anything else, I want to be like a rock star when I was young, but life took me in a different direction. I made unexpected decisions, and I learned to keep being successful by creating harmony at every turn. By working at USANA for almost 3 decades, my life experiences have far exceeded any expectations I had in my younger days. But here's the thing, we all have defining moments in our lives, times when our choices align with our destiny and shoot us in the direction we never imagined. These moments can paralyze or break us. They can leave us gasping for air or wondering what went wrong, or they can transform us profoundly, reshaping us for better, providing fresh insights, new goals, and a strength and resolve to do better. More than once, I've stood at crossroads. A crossroads, sometimes understanding the consequences of my decisions, and other times, I was oblivious that something important was about to happen. When I reflect on life's experiences, I realize my success has come because I've decided to remain true to the values my parents taught me. While I've done many things right, I've also made my share of mistakes and learned some of life's most important lessons the hard way. So, what are some traits of successful leaders? I always like to observe successful leaders, and the best leaders I've seen carry with them 7 traits that create an environment of harmony. Number 1, honesty. Warren Buffett said, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and 5 minutes to ruin it." Unfortunately, I've seen that happen to others over the years. But living an honest life draws exceptional teams to you because they know you have integrity, that you will always do what you say you will, and that they can believe you. Living an honest life also takes less energy because you spend absolutely 0 time covering your tracks. Number 2, vision. A leader with vision inspires teams and lifts them to heights unimaginable. Such leaders are constantly exploring and absorbing ideas for solutions. They are growth mindset leaders who know that such dedicated preparation will pay off at the exact time it is needed. Number 3, relationships. Because nothing is more important than relationships, I have learned that valuing other people at every opportunity not only sets each day in order, it attracts team members who are ready to do the same. I find that you literally attract others who have that value in their DNA. And when we value people, that very action causes them to reciprocate with loyalty and diligence to give their best. So, everybody wins. Number 4, communication. Today we have countless ways to communicate with teams, customers, and prospective customers. And even with all of that, face-to-face communications remains one of the most influential methods of connecting with whom we work. Personal communication shows the human side and allows us to show passion and energy to overcome any barriers. When we do it right, we also show respect and create a culture of valuing others. That brings immense rewards in our businesses. Number 5, decisiveness. Because the moment of absolute certainty never arrives, leaders must make decisions in hard times. Bill Gates has done that over and over. He realized it's important to be comfortable with uncertainty when making a decision because you never know everything about an issue. But you have to study the issue as best as you can, weigh the options, be courageous, and make a decision and move forward. At the same household, Melinda Gates emphasized the power of decision-making further by saying, when women have the power to make choices, they invest in the long-term human capital of their families, which is the noblest of all investments. I've found that successful leaders are decisive and make things happen. And that very pattern benefits the lives of everyone around them. We have to live and learn from our decisions. That's what will help us then soar higher with each decision. Number 6, courage. Great leaders have courage. Taking a leap of faith with every step into the unknown shows the height of leadership in today's fast-paced world. That level of courage moves businesses forward and is exactly what is needed, especially in these times. When we combine courage with honesty, vision, relationships, and communication, and decisiveness, you are unstoppable. But there's one more trait that grounds great leaders, and that's number 7. It's service. We have to find meaningful ways of giving back and to make this world a better place. This is one of the most profound actions I've seen create harmony within teams. It gets people outside of themselves and focus on others. It allows us to share the wealth of time, skills, and money to those who are in need. It creates a heart of compassion, which washes over teams with a staying power to make each of us a little better. Stephen Covey said, "To touch the soul of another human being is to walk on holy ground." When those 7 characteristics combine, harmony not only envelops your life, it envelops the entire business. It helps teams through difficulties. It drives organizations to higher levels, and that's when teams generate results they never dreamed were achievable. Live in harmony. Harmony binds us together. It binds our successes one after each other. In music, harmony happens when notes blend in ways that are pleasing to the ear. When someone is a band or a choir or an orchestra, there is nothing quite as exhilarating as achieving perfect harmony with fellow musicians. But musical harmony doesn't happen without hours of practice, individual commitment to get the music exactly right. To me, a life in harmony means operating with a consistent, honest arrangement of personal values and a solid commitment to live those values every single day. That's what will get us through. Will you join me in this movement for character and harmony and all of the traits that I've shared? More than ever, I need you to be that level of a growth mindset leader so together we can soar even higher. So let's live a life in harmony as we create the healthiest family on earth.
Thanks, Kevin. I mean, you just heard him challenge us all to achieve high levels of leadership by engaging in the growth mindset, great direction. And remember, great leaders aren't the most charismatic and charming. They're those that are willing to change, grow, and progress. But some are charismatic and charming anyway. Coming up next, Jeannie Price and I are going to be talking all about business. So come back at 10:30 Mountain Time for updates that you just can't afford to miss out on.
This has been a general access session.